Bonjour la classe. Hi everyone. Today's lesson is about the adjectives of nationality. So what is an adjective? It's a word that describes people, places, and things. In French, adjectives are often used with the verb être, the verb to be. I hope that you remember the conjugation of the verb to be. Let's have a look in case you forgot. Je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, on est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. So today we're going to see this verb with the adjective of nationality. One thing that you must remember is that adjectives in French agree in number. That means they can be singular or plural, and they must agree in gender. That means they are either masculine or feminine, and they depend on the nouns that they are describing. So let's look at how we form a feminine adjective out of a masculine adjective. The general rule, the simple rule, is you take the masculine and you just add an E to the word. Example, you would say, il est allemand. He is German. To form the feminine, you are going to add an E. Elle est allemande. And that's it. That means she is German. Il est américain. You add an E to make it feminine. Elle est américaine. Il est anglais. Listen to my pronunciation. We do not pronounce the S. Il est anglais. But in the feminine, when you add an E, it becomes elle est anglaise. Il est chinois. Elle est chinoise. Il est espagnol. Elle est espagnole. Il est français. Elle est française. Il est irlandais. Elle est irlandaise. Il est japonais. Elle est japonaise. Il est polonais. Elle est polonaise. Il est suédois. Elle est suédoise. And that's how you form the feminine of a masculine adjective. Remember that when you add the E at the end, you must pronounce the consonant. Another thing, in French, we do not capitalize the adjectives of nationality, contrary to English. Okay? So all of the adjectives, do not capitalize them. The second rule, when the masculine adjective ends in en, what you do is you add another n and then you add the e to make it feminine. Let's have a look at some examples. Listen to my pronunciation. Il est autrichien. Elle est autrichienne. Il est australien. Elle est australienne. Il est brésilien. Elle est brésilienne. Il est coréen. Elle est coréenne. Il est italien. Elle est italienne. The third rule. When the masculine adjective ends in e, the feminine remains the same. So you do not change it. Example. Il est slovaque. Elle est slovaque. They are similar. Il est tchèque, elle est tchèque. Il est belge, elle est belge. Il est russe, elle est russe. The pronunciation is identical. There are some exceptions. There are two exceptions. Il est grec, elle est grecque. Il est turc, elle est turque. You just have to memorize the spelling of these adjectives. However, the pronunciation is the same for both the masculine and the feminine. How about the plural of the adjectives of nationality? All you have to do is add an S to the adjectives. Example, they are German. You are going to write it with an S. Ils sont allemands. Elles sont allemandes. So for a group of girls, okay, remember that you need the E to make it feminine and you add the S to make it plural. The pronunciation, you do not pronounce the S. It is mute. Listen to me again. Ils sont allemands. The S is mute. Elles sont allemandes. The S is mute. Ils sont américains. Elles sont américaines. Ils sont anglais. If your word already ends with an S, you don't need to add another S. Okay, so it remains the same, whether it is singular or plural. Ils sont anglais. Elles sont anglaises. Ils sont chinois. Elles sont chinoises. Ils sont coréens. Elles sont coréennes. Ils sont italiens. Elles sont italiennes. Ils sont tchèques. Elles sont tchèques. Ils sont belges. Elles sont belges. Ils sont grecs. Elles sont grecques. And that's it. This is how you form the plural of an adjective. Do you remember how do we ask someone's nationality? Quelle est ta nationalité? Quelle est votre nationalité? And that's it for this lesson.